Hi there, welcome, it's Anna here, and I am here today with a flip through. I am finally done with this blue journal. It's taken me a while, and I have had too much fun. So, yeah, I have a little bit of a cold, so I might sound a bit hoarse in the my voice may sound a bit hoarse. Anyway, we have a flip through, and let's start by measuring this big book before I forget. She is 9 3/4 of an inch by 7 inches, and the spine is an inch. So, oops, I'm throwing things around me here. Yeah, as I said, this is a quite grungy old book. I just love the color of the cover. It has some black embossing around it, and this image of Vermeer's masterpiece, Gold with a Pearl Earring, has been put there by me. It is sealed with Mod Podge, and I have gilded the edges. The spine was in a bit rough shape. As you can see, someone spilled ink all over it, and the top and bottom was a bit mushy, so I reinforced them with fabric and lace. On the back there is just two little Tim Holtz labels down there. There is a Sarsil closure, and that is an eyelet in the back, so you can easily remove or change the closure if you want. I have just tied it around and knotted it. So let's begin. I'm gonna sit down for this because I'm a little woozy after my cold. Anyway, this book has 9 signatures. They are sewn in with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. There's a total of 196 pages, so it's quite a big book, and as you can see, it is a bit chunky. Yeah. As I said, I had lots and lots of fun making this book, this journal. First page, the end papers are the original ones. They are still in here. I love them, and I've decided to let them be there. I have put a piece of lace over the fabric that I used to sew in the signatures, and this could be doubled as a pocket as well if you want. But there is a pocket. This is an old vintage photograph, or rather a postcard with a photograph on it. And on the postcard, I have sewn the edges, and I have made small watercolor swatches down here and a bit of stamping. And I love this image. I believe it's a mother and her daughter. And if you see the mother's hand underneath the girl's hand, and also that her jaw is dropping a bit on one side, my guess is that this lady has had a stroke. And girl is covering her hand, and they're very lovely, both of them. And in the pocket is a tag that I made, and on the tag there is a glassine bag, vintage glassine bag, and on the glassine bag I have put this. It's another vintage master painting, and there is just a blank vintage card, and I have stapled on some of the same fabric that I used to sew in the signatures. And I just put that in there. This is the original first page of the book. Et Bernadotte was the name of the book. And I have done a bit of, I have reinforced the folds because this book is quite old, and I reinforced it with vintage masking tape, and I also mended a few tears here and there with false cellophane tape. This is rub-ons, 49 Market, quite like them. I have also done a bit of stamping. And the book was originally published in 1893, so it is over 100 years old. Here is a piece of, it's a practice book for shorthand. Tea-dyed paper. Here is some music paper, and on top of it is an envelope that I have tea-dyed, and then I have sewn all around it and made it into a pocket by gluing it down. And inside there is this gentleman, and this is a journaling card that I made that you can journal on the back. And I also did a tiny bit of collaging down there. We have some ledger that you can journal on. Here's a vintage telegram from 1956 from Finland to Stockholm. And I love the colors of this. Here is a folio out of a book that was published in 1834. And this is lovely rag paper. And on the back here, this one flips out. And here, this is a Tim Holtz photo that I have folded and inked and ripped and mended, and then I have put it down with I also sandpapered it, I think. I put it down with a brad, so this one can swing any way you like. And if you don't like it, you can remove it and put something else there. I just love those pages from the original book. It has a bit of foxing on it, and I love it. And all those small images in it. Quite lovely. Excuse me. Continue. This is also from the original book. Original text block, of course. Here's an old invoice that was blank. And it isn't a junk journal if you haven't added a bit of Edith Holden, right? So this is a page. And here, this ledger, it has a flip out. And I have sewn down this journal on the back side. And this is vintage ephemera from 1954. And it is a tax form. Just making sure that you can see what I do. Here is a folio from a German book about inorganic chemistry. It was published in 1919. Lovely paper, and someone has doing a bit of underlining and taking notes in the margin, and I love that. It was a school book. And here is a pocket I made. This is a library. It's not called library card, it's catalog card from library. And I have altered it with some distress oxide spray. I have sewn it down, and there is a Tim Holtz girl, and she has gotten some wings. I love doing this right now. And inside the pocket is a insurance letter. Lovely blue color. This is genuine and it is from 1938. This ledger also flips out. This page has been reinforced. It has been backed with some ordinary paper, and you can journal on the back there, and this is sewn on. Lovely hydrangea there. And the rest of the Edith Holden and the bill, and more lovely foxing from the original text block. And here I have glued down. This is some sari silk that I have sewn onto. This is a Tim Holtz backdrop, and I have been stamping a bit on it, and I put this little wax seal up here as a tab. My eldest daughter, she makes wax seals. She's having way too much fun with them, and I thought that color went quite well with this table here, so I put it there, and it is a book on the wax seals, so quite fitting. All the threads have been left dangling, and if you don't like them, you just snip them off, because I have knotted all the threads, so you shouldn't be worried that the sewing will get loose. Yeah, on to the next signature. Here we have Prince Oscar Bernadotte, and this book was originally about the Bernadotte family in Sweden, the royal family. That was Princess Bernadotte. She's just called Princess, no name. Okay. Anyway, and here we have another flip out, and this is a book collector called Beatus Renarus, and he was quite famous for collecting books, and I thought he belonged there as well. And this does not bulk up the fold either, the spine, I mean, because this is just taped in with some textile tape. Here is a piece of an old envelope with a little tab there with a little lady. On the other side is her husband. I can't remember their names, but I thought it was quite fun to have them there. This is a folio from a book that was published in 1893. Excuse me. And where I know I have put the date of the year of publication down in the corner in pencil, so that you can keep it or erase it, whatever you like. Sorry, just have to drink a bit. More tea-dyed paper, and this is a piece of a ledger that I own that is from 1918. I just love the handwriting in here. And here on the back of the vintage book, I have put an envelope, and I just glued it down on both sides like this, and it turns into a double pocket. Here is a little journaling card. This was originally a postcard. I folded it, I did a bit of decorating over here, and here you can journal. So that is a journaling card. And on this side, I just slipped in a little tag that I made. And I love those vintage envelopes. And this is mended as well by me with some full cellophane tape. Here you can see that it is the rest of an envelope. This is a page from the original text block, and here you have a flip up. I have done some stamping there with some sand pool stamps, I believe. You can journal on both sides. And I reinforced it with some washi tape there. This is a removable non-paperclip paperclip. I just took two Tim Holtz collage tiles and I glued them together, and I put them together with an eyelet. From the eyelet is a dangle, and the dangle is another wax seal with the girl with a pearl earring on. I hope you can see. I love this, quite pretty. And this you can move wherever you like in the book. I have put this blank card there, and you can put whatever you like. Here we have a flip out. You can journal all the way. This is used to be an envelope, but now it is a double pocket as well. I put the flip down on one side. I have sewn on this vellum with butterflies on, and here is the rest in the envelope with a little tab and a small collage up here. In the double pocket I have put 2 journaling cards, or 1 journaling card, this one that I made, and also this tag. I believe I made this on camera in one of my use it or lose it's, and I thought it would fit quite well in this blue book. Here is ledger once again, and this one is extended with this vintage photo of Stockholm. Big one, big flip, it has been sewn in. Here is another envelope. This is also vintage. I cannot read the date, but it was posted on Grand Central Station, New York, and sent to Sweden. And it was already torn and open, so I added it as a folio. You can journal inside there. Here is a folio from a book published in 1804, and it is, so it's over 200 years old. This is rag paper, and it is lovely quality. You can feel the letters being pushed into the paper. I just love that. Love it, love it. The back of the envelope. Another flip out here on the ledger with some patterned paper and a little image of a bathing family, I'm guessing, or company of people. This is the back. I didn't say, this is from a children's reader. Lovely images. Here is another folio from the original text block with Prince Carl. Love it. And this is Oscar and Sophia's wedding. Lovely etching there. And on this page there were no images, so I fussy cut this bird image and glued it down. I think it was quite cute. Lovely grungy tea-dyed paper here. I haven't done anything to that flip, so that's all up to you. Here is a folio from a personal ledger, not ledger, it's like a book where you keep all the people that you have employed, and you write down which salary they have and if they have worked any overtime, and no. So this is from 1934. I don't know, is it called Person's Ledger? I don't know. Let me know if you know down below. This is from an old book from 1742, and it is an old law book, Swedish. 1742, that's old. That's almost 300 years old. I think it's so cool. And on this flip I have sewn on an airmail that was sent to the Swedish embassy in Prague, Czechoslovakia. And it was, the flap was missing, so I made it into a pocket, sewn it down, and inside is of course an envelope, but the envelope is sewn shut, and then I made it into a small booklet. Love the idea. I can't remember where I saw it, but I love it. I have lots and lots of old mail that I need to use up, so that is one way to do it. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a sip. I feel my voice is going away. There we go. Here is another folio from the original text block. There is at least one in every signature. And I love the paper. It's amazing color. This is a tea-dyed old envelope, big one. And here is a small flip out that I made in a Use It to Lose It, and this is actually a pocket. And this is a small notebook that I made in a matchbook style, small for your secret journalings, with some Tim Holtz ephemera on it. And on this side there is a small pocket, and inside is a tag that I stamped. And you can journal on the back if you want to write something small. This is a folio from a book about Nordic flowers in the north of Sweden and Norway and Finland, I think. Bilder ur Nordens flora, quite famous. And some vintage grid paper. Here is a flip out, because this book is a French-Swedish dictionary from 1814, and it's big, so it has to be a flip out. I did not want to cut it. And this image is covered in the back with some note paper and plenty of space to journal. This flip I didn't do anything with, so I leave that up to you. More writing paper and another one of the original text block. I love the images and the letters in here, and a beautiful Crown Princess Victoria the First. Here is a small flip out, and this is a Tim Holtz card. I think they're called Found Relatives or something, and a tab, and I have backed it with some a scrap of scrapbooking paper and some collaging on it, and that has been glued onto the page with some fabric. Here is a little tab. I made this fabric tab excuse me, with a little cluster of things and a jangle from a necklace and a paper clip, and the back is also a Tim Holtz image. And the idea I got from Carol at the Friendly Quail, and she did these kind of tabs in one of her Try Something New Tuesday. Love these, and I have made tons of them, so you'll be seeing these in the future. More tea-dyed paper, and here is a small genuine, I believe it is a receipt. Here is a belly band that is sewn onto a envelope, and inside it, I did this in one of my Use It to Lose It as well. This is a small notepad that I made, waterfall style, and with a Tim Holtz backdrop and some rub-ons and a label. And I have sewn it all together. That fits perfectly in there. This is hand crocheted lace that I thrifted, and a vintage piece of scrap there. And on the other side, I have folded the flap of the envelope the wrong way. And inside the envelope, there is a genuine vintage photo of a small family. And that goes in there. Here is a piece of ledger. And this is a French book that was published in 1840. And it is about it's different plays. Magazine Théâtral. And this is part of a play. And here I just made a little tuck spot out of a Tim Holtz frame. And I put a lady in there, and I also did a little bit of extra collaging on the frame. And inside it, and I glue this all together, and Inside it is just some tea-dye paper for you to journal on until you find something else to put in there. But I thought that idea was fun. More ledger. This is a not a dictionary, it is an encyclopedia from 1930 something. And here's the rest of the receipt from 1938. This flip, tea-dye paper, I have sewn on a piece of, this is a requisition. You filled in what you wanted to buy from a catalog, and then you glue down your ration cards, marks, and you sent it in, and then you received your clothes or whatever it was in the mail. So it's like a mail order, and this is post World War II, I guess. I didn't say any date, but it seems like this post World War II. And I thought it was an interesting piece of ephemera. Lots of journaling space. Someone stamped 188, and it isn't me. It was there originally, and this is from the original text block. Here's the piece of tea-dyed paper, file folder that I cut apart, and I did a bit of, put down a bit of collage paper, a bit of labels, washi tape. No, it's just washi tape, I guess. And I have clipped on this little photograph, and this is a genuine vintage photograph, and I have clipped it in with a Tim Holtz paperclip. Here's a beautiful gentleman, Richard E. Bird, and he is a flip out, and you can journal on the back there, and I just folded the image, and I punched the edge, and I distressed it a bit, and then I glued it down. Here's a page from a vintage schoolbook where someone wrote an essay. Some vintage paper. This is from a book, a book on medicine from 1835. Also rag paper. And here is an image from a Cracker Barrel cookbook. Like the format of that one. And here is a double pocket. I believe we made this in a Use It or Lose It as well. It's made out of junk mail envelopes. And in here is a big tag that I made. And in here is a journaling card. I believe we made this in Use It or Lose It as well. Lovely. More flip outs for you to play with. Another image of Crown Princess Victoria, a bit older. This is an envelope that was sent to Prague, Czechoslovakia, and this one was opened already, and it has lovely linen quality. And I just decided to put it in as a folio, and you can journal on here. Here's a piece of an 1838 German book. Some tea-dyed paper there, and this flip has been extended with a calculator kind of thing. It was from a gas station, and I have a whole bunch of those paper sticks, and it says, for instance, if the gasoline was 1 liter was cost 80 öre, and then you bought 51 liters, then you will pay this, etc., etc. So they didn't have to do any calculations. They just looked at their price list. Here is a book, a folio from a bird book. A little tab there, well-tailed tab. More flip outs that I left up to you to use. back of the German book, and here, this is the envelope that I use as a folio, and I have decided to extend it with another piece of envelope. So you have lots and lots of journaling space here, a little tab, a small decoration down there. On this page, this is an envelope that I kind of folded, a pocket I folded from a piece of tea-dyed paper, tea-dyed with lace. Decorated it, and inside the pocket I put this postcard. Love the image of the ladies with the hats. Also love that the holes of the paper are showing. And it is a double pocket, and here is another little journaling card that I made in a use it or lose it. And we have reached the back of the book. Here is Prince Eugene. And on the back you can once again see the beautiful end papers. I have covered the fabric that I used to glue in the text block with some lace, and this is also a pocket if you like. And here is the closure. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This junk journal will be available in my Etsy shop probably later on today. I wish you all a great rest of your week. Bye!